This fateful moment in, like I told you, I did research. August 2014, you were at a jewelry store and you ran into Murda.
Going to my jeweler in Toronto. Shout out Chris from Rock City. And I went to go drop off some molds, and the security at the jewelry store is like, yo, Cory, you should meet this guy. He's a dope producer. And it's like I told you, people are always trying to meet me, tell me different things, yada, I should be the man. And I'm like, oh, whatever. So yeah, I see his Instagram. Oh, he has 10,000 followers. That's crazy.
Which was lit for that.
10,000 followers. And it says he's worked with all these cool like underground street guys like Migos. Never had an album yet. Chief Keef. And it says Lil Durk. And I think it said like Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug. This is also 2014, so they're very small then. But it said that because he had this song Welcome to Atlanta remix that had Rich Homie Quan, Young Thug, and all them on it from the Migos. So it said all these names on it. These worked with names that I recognize. I knew the Migos because they had a song that was big in Toronto, Versace. Migos are a really hot mixtape group back then.
And you were aware of this before you looked at Murda's Instagram.
So I saw Murda.
Right?
I had heard of this new group Migos, and back then I was still uncertain on mumble rap. When I would first meet Murda, I'll admit, because he'll tell people, "Oh, you didn't believe at the beginning in it." In this music, I wasn't sure if this rap was like very good. I'm like, these guys aren't very good rappers. I then started like learning that there's more art to hip hop, and now I ended up getting in an argument with Dave Chappelle for like an hour, telling him that. When he's like, these same thing as what I would say to Murda when I first met him. Like, this is not real rap. Real rap is like New York, like Jay-Z, not like lyricists.
Yeah.
Migos are one of the best groups ever. And they've created culture and waves and yada yada because hip hop has now evolved to be more than just lyrics.
Yeah.
At one point, like you look at the Mona Lisa or any modern art and they say that's not art. Art evolved and they are incredible artists, innovators, even though they're not doing this exact same type of bars at the New York Times, but now that I get into it, sorry to say defend, Migos do have fucking bars. They are amazing. So anyways, that day in there, I remember seeing it was Murda Beatz with Smokescreen.
Yeah.
Another producer, both from Niagara region, skinny, 20-year-old, shaggy-haired, shy kid in there, and he says he works with these guys, and he's introducing to me, this is Cory. Like, he's lit. He throws all these parties here. He's doing a festival in a week with A$AP Rocky. I was in a festival with like A$AP Rocky and some big name people like that, and then all the local rappers. So I can put on Roy Woods, who I was working with at that time, and people like that, yada yada. And Murda got my number, and then he'd hit me up for about a week, being like, "Let me come play you some beats to show you I'm legit." I wasn't sure, but he was very persistent, so I let him come down. He came into the city and played me some beats, and his beats are really good. But there was something about him. What I was thinking that time, because I was doing concerts, I'm like, his look, being like the white kid making hard gangster rap whose name is Murder. Yo, if I were to do something with him, I'd be making him like the Calvin Harris, because Calvin Harris was like the biggest back then of hip hop. So he'd be the guy making this big rap music, and it's like such a unique brand. So I'm thinking about the brand. Yeah. At that point. So
already, like off rip, you were thinking about this guy's different.
And then it just slowly started happening. He came to meet me, playing me some beats. His beats were dope. Yeah. But there's a ton of people who have dope beats. It wasn't just so people are like, like that's why people send me, listen to this beat, you should manage me. But like, it's not just the beats. So what I liked about him when I started spending time with him. So now he came to meet me. He came to the festival. Yada yada. What I liked his I liked how different this brand was. Murda Beatz, this white kid from Canada, is doing this. You know what I mean? It's so different, like that. And then
work ethic was like,
absolutely work ethic, and a lot of that work ethic. Yes, making beats, but also hitting me a couple times a day for a week until I'd agree to meet. So I'm like, okay, he's his
great sign.
His tenacity, and then his way of getting to an artist, like I want to get to that person, so I'll become friends and make girls for all the friends around them, so I can get to them. And then he was doing the same thing with beat stuff. So we're very like-minded. So Murda, the first year, didn't really have much to say. He was shy, young kid. So and I would do the talking.
When did he start to get more comfortable than Cory?
When the hit started coming, he was going up more, yada yada. Had some money. This music shit's really working. He definitely came out of his shell. But at the beginning, if he were to meet you. Now he'd say, "Hey, what's up?" You'd say your name. He might even say, "I'm Shane."
Oh shit!
But back then, he could never say his name, Shane, in public. I would never say that. He's Murda Beatz, and what he would say to everyone we meet, "Hey, Murda Beatz, Migos producer." Oh, he didn't make Versace. Oh, so he made Handsome and Wealthy? No, he didn't make that one. Oh, he made Fight Night? No, he didn't make that. No, he didn't make any of the ones that you've heard in clubs or radio. But he's Migos producer. Yeah, because he did have like 6 or 7 songs with Migos when I met him. But none of them were the singles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even when I'm telling Migos producer, if they start asking, "Oh shit, you made Fight Night? That's my favorite song right now."
You get that
no,
a lot.
no, I didn't. Yeah, his biggest song of them was called Emmett Smith. And we'd go to clubs and ask the DJ, "Do you have Emmett Smith?" Actually, the first song where the dab ever happened. His next song, "Pipe It Up," is where the dab became an international dance sensation.
Crazy.
So it was his song that made the dab.
That's crazy.
So I'm telling them, and the Migos were this new group,
Yeah.
very intriguing and mysterious. And if you're in the industry, who knows how to do business with these guys? Biggest artists be like, "I'm trying to reach them, but how the fuck do you get in contact with them?" They're managed by P is a street guy back then. He's
I know.
He's not a mogul label runner.
Coach K was more like the industry guy.
Yes,
right?
but even still, it's like,
Yeah.
how do you get to these guys? And what one of them's in and out of jail. Officer's in and out of jail. Then it's like, it's like this guy is the
So
producer.
Murda's like the plug almost. You're saying
So I'm
to
saying,
the guy,
I'm the
which
plug
is
for
Cory
Toronto.
is the
I'm the plug for the three golden diamonds.
Okay.
And if you want to do this is the guy who's making the music for the street sound. We used to fight every day, all the time, when we were coming up. But we were both still on this path together, and so we'd be maybe in the car like fuck you, and but then we go in the meeting, we'd be perfect.
Wow.
You know, like we were.
And then would it just take a couple days? Shit would simmer down.
Maybe. I
and
mean,
then,
we used to be living together 24/7 from 2014
That's a lot of time
to
around each other. That could already be testy a little bit that way.
It makes it hard. And we're doing other substances, and we're not sleep, and we're both sacrificing everything, sacrificing happiness, family, health, physical.
So you weren't your best. You weren't your best
So
self.
neither of us are our best self. Both of us just spent 2 nights up on Molly making music with this artist, and now we're trying to have a conversation. It's like fuck you, no fuck you.
It's so
now
funny
I
to
mean,
me,
so it's
bro.
like now our relationship's better than ever. But of course we butt heads sometimes on things.